Don't forget to subscribe to Gadgets 360 for more reviews, videos, and features, and hit the bell icon so you know when we have a new video ready for you. OnePlus 5 has huge shoes to fill given how hugely popular the OnePlus 3 and a 3T was. This time, the company is pinning its success on the new dual camera setup in the phone. So is the OnePlus 5 everything it's hyped up to be, and should you ditch your OnePlus 3T for it? We find out in our review. First, we must address the elephant in the room, and that's the design. Yes, the OnePlus 5 looks uncannily like the iPhone 7 Plus from the back, right from the positioning of the dual cameras to the way the antenna bands wrap around the edges. Now, many fans might be disappointed by this, and we were too at first, but thankfully, the phone looks good and it's built extremely well. The sides have been shaved down quite a bit, and the borders around the display are thinner with more curves, making it a lot lighter and more comfortable to hold than the OnePlus 3T. The display size and resolution are the same as before, which is a bummer considering flagships are pushing 4K now. However, the screen now supports the DCI-P3 color gamut just like the current iPhones. Colors and viewing angles are great, but the display washes out pretty badly under bright sunlight, making it tough to see things clearly. There's a USB Type-C port on the bottom along with the headphone socket. Button placement and quality is good, and thanks to the smaller dimensions, it's easier to use with one hand. The trademark OnePlus Alert slider is also present. The OnePlus 5 comes in two variants, one with 6GB of RAM and 64GB of storage, and the other with 8GB of RAM and 128GB of storage. What's common is the Snapdragon 835 SoC, dual-band Wi-Fi AC, Bluetooth 5.0, and a fingerprint sensor. Performance is excellent, the UI is buttery smooth, apps load quickly, and heavy games run just fine. The phone also doesn't overheat at all, even during extended gaming sessions. Part of this good performance can be credited to the latest version of Oxygen OS, which feels a lot more refined. OnePlus has also introduced some new software features like reading mode, which makes the display monochrome and adjusts its tone automatically based on the ambient light, which is neat. Gaming D&D mode will mute notifications and disable the capacitive buttons when playing a game. For the Indian market, OnePlus has added a shortcut to launch Paytm. This doesn't actually let you perform any transaction, but merely opens the app to the QR scanning page. The OnePlus 5 is all about camera quality, and we can see that Apple's influence extends well beyond just the physical design. The second 20-megapixel sensor on the rear is used for sensing depth, creating a simulated bokeh effect in portrait mode. In photo mode, you can hit the 2x button on the screen, which uses this lens for optical zoom. However, if ambient light is low, the phone will continue to use the first sensor and zoom to 2x and beyond digitally. Strangely, the camera app doesn't switch to the telephoto sensor despite hitting 2x in other modes like Pro, Video or Time-Lapse, which ideally should happen. Video quality is good and the resolution goes all the way up to 4K, even though you're limited to 10 minutes of recording time at a stretch. However, OnePlus has ditched the optical stabilization in favor of a software enhancements, which frankly isn't that good. Stabilization only works at 1080p and 720p resolutions, and it tends to add a slight shimmery effect to videos, although the latest Oxygen OS 4.5.1 does fix this to an extent. Sadly, stabilization is not supported at 4K. The front camera takes detailed selfies, and we now have a beauty mode, auto HDR, and a screen flash as options, which is good. Even if you binge watch videos on your phone, the battery in the OnePlus 5 won't disappoint you. With regular use, we were able to go one full day before needing a charge. Dash charging also works wonderfully well, and it takes very little time to fully charge the phone. We can see why expectations would be high with this offering, but if you were expecting the OnePlus 5 to be a significant upgrade over its predecessor, then you might be a bit disappointed. The OnePlus 5 is in fact an iterative update over the OnePlus 3T, merely refining and updating some aspects of the older model. It's slimmer and more powerful, and it has a better battery as well, and a slightly better low-light performance with the main rear camera. However, it's not really enough of a change to make you want to ditch your OnePlus 3T. OnePlus smartphones have generally been considered as flagship killers, but with this one, the focus seems to be more on refining a winning formula rather than going after the big wigs. So thanks for watching our review. Be sure to check out more right here and give us a thumbs up, subscribe and follow us on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram.